What's going on, people? So, what is this? Let's see, this is going to be number 8, so that means I've done this 7 times over in the past of sitting here talking about the new shoes that I wore over the week and how I don't like having dead stock shoes because I think it's just a stupid thing to do, right? And then I always talk about how I don't want to offend anybody and blah, blah, blah. But you know what? Maybe I don't care about offending people. Maybe that's why I keep saying it. Because sometimes people say stuff and they're like, yeah, I'm not trying to offend anybody. But you know you are. So maybe I'm one of those people right now. Yeah, if you're offended, feeling offended by this, good. So that being that, now that that's all out of the way, we all know why we're here, right? We saw the titles and thumbnails and all that stuff. So we can go ahead and jump on into this. It's a shorter thing this time around because normally today, Friday, I would be at work and I would then use that as the 5th thing here. Then I'd use Saturday and Sunday to maybe re-wear something just to kind of solidify some thoughts or whatever. All this stuff happens to be all pretty old to me, right? Things I've experienced in the past and know a decent amount about, so I didn't need to revisit anything. And when they said that, oh, well, if you guys, let us know if you guys are coming in tomorrow and on Monday. And I was like, well, if we don't have to, I'm going to be at home. And so now here I am at home until this is over, in which case I'm probably going to Cracker Barrel because that sounds like a good idea. You guys got any favorite restaurants out there? Leave them down below. So let's go getting into it. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, no Friday. So this right here, ZX 5K Boost, right? I saw a pair of these a while ago. I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. I like to try out Boost shoes. I picked them up. I tried them out. I liked them a fair amount. And then I told myself I should buy a new one in a different color if they have better colors, which they should. And this was one of the ones that I found. And eventually it came down in price thanks to, what does this say? Hannon. And I paid 91 of something to them for that. Because I think that they're an overseas place. So, I don't know. But it was 91 of whatever they wanted from me. This right here. It's a really cool color. If I'd seen this one first, I would have bought this one, and I probably would not have bought the other one. But it's kind of a good thing I did because the style is a little different. The materials, I should say, are a little different. But I remember putting this video up, and somebody commented at some point, like, oh man, I wore these shoes, my feet were bleeding all day. It's like, what are you, stupid? Why didn't you take them off, you know? I tell you, some people. But either way, I like these a fair amount. They've got a nice bit of cushiony boost there in the midsole or whatever. I compared it to like the 350 and stuff, which we'll actually see coming up real soon here. The upper is a little different, right? But down there in the midsole, it's fairly close. But they don't make those. Well, I guess they don't really make these anymore either. So if you want some nice midsole stuff, maybe Asics is a good choice. So this right here, got this whole thing to remind you how, you know, Adidas doesn't hate people or whatever, so that's always nice. And moving this thing out of here, that's what we're looking at. This is the MX Desert Salt? I don't know, dark salt? Something like that. Dark salt sounds like it makes more sense, but Yeezy names aren't really known for making sense, now are they? So either way, this right here pulled these things out. These things look like garbage to me. I remember thinking, wow, this is going to be a cool shoe to have. And then I got it. Well, then I saw it on the finish line in person. I was like, oh my Jesus. This is not at all what I expected. And I'm not even sure what it was. Because even when I put up pictures of it, I was like, even here it doesn't look bad. But I've seen it. This is my video that I'm editing, right? It's weird to me. It's weird to me. But whatever. These exist. Some people like them. Some people don't. But I feel like this is one of the ones that is on the cheaper end of the Yeezy spectrum. A lot of noise there, right? Because when you look at some of those, it's like that was in that era where things were just like sitting on websites, you know, which was kind of unheard of for a while. So that's why I feel like those will probably be on the cheaper end of the spectrum. And they don't look better than most of the other ones, you know? You want to see the side of the box? There you go. So, moving on, opening this thing up. This is the Nova Blast 3 Trail, right? I do like my trail shoes, and I wore these to work that day because I was like, I'm going to go to the trails after work. Because that sounds like a good idea, right? It's been a little while, so I broke these things out. I don't really care a whole lot for the Nova Blast 3. It got a lot of good reviews from a lot of just average consumers, which is the people that actually matter, which are the people that actually matter. Critics and such, whatever. It's like movie reviews, right? So I saw that, and I get it, right? A lot of people like these thick midsoles because it's kind of like the whole Hoka thing that's in right now. A lot of people are into it, right? And they are super cushiony in the back end, right? But they're a little too bouncy and squishy for me. So there is that. And I'm, I can remain objective enough or whatever that I don't know. I don't need to put my opinion out there as fact or like look down on anybody else's. I can see exactly why other people would be into these, right? When it comes to running shoes and whatnot, everybody's got their preferences. At least the people that actually run and care about what they're wearing. So mine sit where they sit, other people sit where they sit. I see eye to eye with some people. Others, we're just going to have to agree to disagree. This is one of those ones. I'm not going to talk down on it, but I will say it's not my preferred thing, right? As far as running shoes go, I'm a Kayano guy if it comes to the Asics or whatever. But if you see these and you're thinking like, I'd like to try them out, go ahead and try them out, right? It might be that you end up liking this more than the alternatives, and in which case, great, because these are super cheap right about now, the Nova Blast 3, because the 4 just came out not too long ago. Actually, some dude in Target saw me wearing these. Oh, what are those? Those are cool looking. And yeah, I never really know how I should handle those things, because like, I don't want to go start spouting off all this nonsense like I'm some Asics spokesperson. Because at the time I was actually wearing an Asics shirt and stuff. I'm like, I don't want to put out the wrong image here. But it could be that this person just casually into these shoes that I'm wearing, right? Just thinks they look decent. But it ended up, because the conversation lasted long enough, giving them a bunch of information about stuff that I would normally say in videos, right? But going into it, not everybody cares to hear that. And I get it. I don't know. I just care to say it. Side of the box there, right? You've seen these things before. If you haven't, don't worry about it. You're about to see them right now. This is the UNC Jordan 5. I wanted these a whole heck of a lot whenever they came out. But you know what happened right with that? Well, obviously I got them, but I didn't just get the one, and I didn't just get the two. I got 3 pairs of these, not because I needed 3 pairs, but here's the situation, people. Every now and then, I'll put in a raffle for something, right? And I'll get it from, like, say, sneakers and stuff or whatever. That goes through first. And then I'm thinking, okay, good, but what if this order doesn't go through, or this gets lost in transit or something? Who knows? Any of a million things can happen, right? Have I experienced this before? Not really. Maybe with StockX, but that's a whole thing where things don't always pass their little testing or whatever. But I've seen it from other people, and I was thinking, well, I do want these, so I'm just going to keep this other raffle in. So that's where one of them came in. But then the other one, I think I tried to go cancel it, but like the website was being all weird, so I couldn't cancel it. Normally you could, because I think it was in clothing, but I just couldn't get on there to do it. So then I ended up with a 3rd pair. So I'm not sure. I need to deal with those now that I think about it. But either way, I do like these a whole lot. Enough that I was going to get on there and put in all the effort to get them. I just wish that some of that effort had just fallen through, to be completely honest. But they look cool, right? Though, it's weird because with 5s, as much as I like them, they go against mostly everything that I look for in a shoe. They're big and bulky. They're kind of heavy, They're high top shoes. It's just a lot of stuff happening that I don't like. But for whatever reason, it all makes sense when I look at a pair of these. I'm like, yeah, this is a thing that I should have more of. But all that said, I did have the feeling when I was wearing them the other day that maybe I should retire this whole thing. Because, like, it's a little cumbersome dealing with this thing. I don't like it how it's just falling around all the time. They're big and stuff. I was like, maybe I should just stop buying these 5s. Like, I don't even wear them a whole lot. But am I going to actually do that? I don't know. I mean, make the right color, I'll buy whatever for them. Well, I'll buy mostly whatever. So I'm not going to say no forever, but I think it's going to be time to pull back on the 5 situation, which should be easy enough to do since they don't make a whole lot of them, right? From me to you, have a nice rest of your day or rest of your night, whatever it is, wherever you are. I'm now done recording things for the day. Got a few more things to edit. I've been getting a lot done. I wish I could just not go to work more often. That would be just fantastic. But whatever, I'll see if I can figure out a way to not do that while I'm at Cracker Barrel. Later, people.